What's good, YouTube? Yes, I'm still alive. OB Eagle is here. I've been through a lot here towards the end of the year, so let me go through some of my struggles with this YouTube and everything. So I don't think I have made a video since Survivor Series. I had my Survivor Series preview, so I think in between that I got a job and I work a late shift, so I haven't really had time to make videos. And plus, with the holiday season and with everything happening with that, and then the New Year's and Black Friday and all that yada yada yada, I haven't had time to make videos. So I think now going into 2012, my resolution. I believe in resolutions. My resolution right now is to just be more consistent with YouTube videos and consistent in general on here, and just be a good YouTuber. Comment on people's videos. I hope you guys will comment on my videos more, and my following, whoever. If you watch my videos, don't be afraid to send me messages and to try to debate things. I want to be more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I want to be more immersed into YouTube. I think that's a good word. So I think now what I'm going to put less focus on video gameplays and stuff like that, because I think where I'm going to focus on is the WWE sports and just different topics. So this is more going to be like a blog thing, but I'm still going to have video games from time to time, and probably new releases and stuff like that. I'm probably not going to have too much Call of Duty anymore on here, unless people ask for it. But it is what it is. So this right here is a WWE video. So WWE Expectations, I believe, for 2012. I wrote some notes down, and I have been keeping up with it a little bit. I haven't been able to watch actually, the live shows. I've recorded it and watched it on DVR, just due to my work schedule. But it's better now because I'm working a little earlier, so I don't have to go to bed like an old man. But so so let's talk generally speaking as a WWE as a whole right now. I think that they took a step back from Survivor Series and from what I saw with The Rock and being in the ring and showing some good ring skills. So that's the last time I talked on here. But since then, I think WWE has taken a step back with the whole, CM Punk, and I would say there were some good aspects of the show, but obviously I think the ratings. I've seen some stuff on YouTube for folks who are talking about the ratings being low, and they're real low right now. So and some people are saying that doesn't have a lot to do with CM Punk. I'm guessing. I watched a few videos where people were saying that CM Punk is untouchable to criticism or whatever, but I think that's definitely not the case. I think CM Punk has a lot to do with ratings being low right now. I think he said he was going to make the WWE title exciting again, and I don't think he has done that. I've talked to my brother a lot about this. I don't think that CM Punk has done anything different than anybody. So I think the ratings have dropped because of that. And my dad was watching me watch WWE, and he was talking about how CM Punk's stature is a small guy and he wouldn't want to watch it. But maybe that's just a different view. I really don't look at it that way, but his stature, I think some people would see as WWE champion as somebody big, and but it's really not all about that for me. But I think CM Punk, he's good. He's a good wrestler for sure. I think that he is a little victim of not having as good as competition. That's why I wasn't too crazy about them turning him face, because the heels in WWE are pathetic right now. And I'm gonna get into a feud for CM Punk in a second. So basically on Raw, it's been the John Laurinaitis, CM Punk, John Cena show mainly, and they're bringing in Kane now. Kane is back. He returned since I made my last video, but Kane is back, and I like what Kane is doing right now with the John Cena versus Kane thing, and Kane is telling Cena to rise above the hate and embrace the hate. Not rise above the hate. I'm tripping. Not rise above the hate, but embrace the hate. This kind of like the same thing that Roddy Piper was talking about with Cena, and I kind of see where they're going with this, because Kane is going to be kind of like the guy to bring out, the evil in Cena. It's kind of like a good example would be Star Wars with Anakin and the Sith Lord. He brought out the hatred in Anakin, and I think that's what they're trying to do with Kane right now. So Kane is kind of, playing around with Cena, messing with his emotions, and I think that I don't want to say WWE is going to turn John Cena heel, because we thought that in the past with the whole Nexus thing and stuff before that, and they never budged. I'm just thinking right now it's just another thing for Cena to become Super Cena and embrace his role in the WWE, the hustle, loyalty, and respect. And he's going to rise above everything and be Super Cena again and take everything. That's what I think is going to go with it. So we'll see. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Right now, that's where I think it's going, because I don't see them making Cena turn away from. Well, I mean, why would they, right? So over on SmackDown, we have seen a lot. I love watching SmackDown overall, because I think it's such a different show, because you get more wrestling, you get less of the BS that you get on Monday Night Raw. And you get a lot more of the young wrestlers succeeding. Like, you got Cody Rhodes over there, is one of my favorites. You got Wade Barrett over there, another one of my favorites. And just in general, I think you have better feuds and better confrontations with superstars. So in saying that, I think the Wade Barrett and Randy Orton feud that has lasted over a month now, I think, has been a very good one. If you haven't seen that, I think you missed out on a really good feud. Apparently Randy Orton has been a little injured, so they wrote him off the storyline. Wade Barrett throwing him off the steps. That was a pretty good match, and I think Wade Barrett right now is positioning himself for a WWE or World Heavyweight Championship. Right now the champion's Daniel Bryan, and I don't expect him to hold that title too long. So I'm expecting Wade Barrett to get the WWE to get the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sorry. I'm a little rusty. To get the World Heavyweight Championship, and I think he's going to be a good one. And the same goes with Cody Rhodes. I think either one of those guys will be good champions. And yeah. So the Barrett barrage will go all the way to the WWE. I keep saying WWE World Heavyweight Championship, as he'll conquer Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan. I love Daniel Bryan in the ring, but Daniel Bryan outside of the ring, not so much. He's terrible with all the screaming, yes! World Heavyweight Champion, yes! Yes! Did y'all see him on Friday, man? This dude was tripping. Straight up tripping, man. I was like, dog, just stop it. Just stop. Just stop. We know you're the World Heavyweight Champion. We know that you went against everything that you said. Like Michael Cole says, cashed in on Big Show, who was helping you, and you're the World Heavyweight Champion. So enough of the screaming, enough of the all factor when you win matches. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the World Heavyweight Champion. Act like it. Now, I'm a nice guy. I didn't mean to go off on Daniel Bryan right there, but that's just my beef with him right now. So let's move on. Cody Rhodes and the Booker T conflict. The thing I like about this is because they're kind of using the same, not the same thing, but it reminds me of Randy Orton when he first started, when he was a legend killer. Cody Rhodes is now in this feud with Booker T, and I expect him later on to feud with his brother Goldust after he took him out on Friday. So after this, I'm expecting that. I'm thinking maybe WrestleMania, because I read some stuff on that in the interview. I'm dropping my mouse. On the interview, Goldust was saying he would like a match with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and I'm thinking maybe WWE is going to build that up. I think that would be a good match. I would love to see that. But back to the Booker T and Cody Rhodes, I like what they're doing there. Booker T can still wrestle in the ring. He still has a little bit left, and I think that Booker T is a more willing to push a guy like Cody Rhodes than, say, Randy Orton. When Rhodes was feuding with Randy Orton, I wanted Orton to, give a push for Cody Rhodes. But Orton won the matches. But I think Booker T is going to take a different route than this. He beat him. He beat him on was that Monday Night Raw? But I think this builds into the feud. Cody Rhodes will succeed against Booker T overall, and I think he'll end up taking Booker T out. So that's been a good feud. I enjoyed that, and I'm looking for big things from Wade Barrett, from Cody Rhodes, and even Daniel Bryan if he calms down a little bit. Even Daniel Bryan. Now, I think the most bizarre thing that I've seen since I've been going is the Chris Jericho return. Like, I did not expect it at all. I have not like been on the internet or nothing. I don't know if folk expected that. I didn't expect it. I was like, what are they doing with all these weird random commercials and with the whole the thing on Raw? I forget what it was exactly, but the before Chris Jericho came out, I'm like, are these people screaming Y2K? Like, I was that off. I was like not expecting that at all. So when he came out, I was like, oh snap! Oh snap, it's Chris Jericho, dog. I was all hype and excited, and then this dude goes on for 15 minutes like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, Chris, when are you gonna talk? 5 minutes go by. He's still playing the crowd. The crowd, you can hear the crowd starting to get, amped and hyped. Another 5 minutes goes by, and the crowd is like, okay, what's this? What's going on? It's kind of quiet in the arena. And then 15 minutes, and I'm like, Chris, you need to pick that mic up, dog, or start saying something, or what's going on? Then he starts to leave, and I'm like, the crowd is booing now. I'm like, what's going on? So Chris Jericho, that was really weird. I'm guessing this is his, I don't know. I'm still thinking he's going to be heel. And I'm thinking that he's going to use that, you know how he always calls the crowd parasites, and you feed off of this and that and this and that. And that's how he is. And we'll see when on Monday when it comes back around. But I think his big beef will be with CM Punk. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier in the video. CM Punk he kind of knocked off Chris Jericho's swag a little bit. He used the best in the world, and Chris Jericho, before he left, he was the best in the world at what he did. So I think Chris Jericho won't be too happy with that. I think he'll call out CM Punk for being a fake, being a phony, being all this that he said he was. CM Punk talking about he's going to bring back, the WWE. He's going to bring back a mid kind of mild attitude era kind of thing. That's what everybody, all the CM Punk fans, call him. I'm not bashing CM Punk. I like CM Punk personally. I think he's a good guy, but as far as his promises, as far as, ratings and stuff like that, I'm not sure he can be that guy like John Cena was, like a Rock. And, that's why I think that they're still got John Cena in the main, the main light, even though CM Punk's the champion. But I think Chris Jericho versus CM Punk, that would be amazing. Because Jericho is great in the ring, great on the mic, and he'll give you all he has. CM Punk, great in the ring, great on the mic. He'll give you all he has. And a CM Punk Y2J feud, that would do it for me. That would be good. With that, and then you have Kane and Cena going on. Raw would look very good. Even Dolph Ziggler. You can throw Dolph Ziggler in there somewhere, and he wouldn't miss a beat. So I like what the WWE is doing with that. I like the fact that I love the fact that Chris Jericho is back, because it adds a legitimate heel on Raw, which they were missing badly, terribly missing that. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for Y2J and CM Punk, etc. Okay, now one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time, one of the best pay-per-views, Royal Rumble, is on its way, January 29th, 2012. I cannot wait, and I expect a few things to happen on that night. There's always a few surprises on Royal Rumble night, and one surprise I expect to happen, the return of The Undertaker. Hopefully, Undertaker has gotten off of that hospital bed from last April, after getting beat down in the match against Triple H and somehow winning. Hopefully he'll come back, and I don't know what he's going to do. I would just be excited if he comes back. I don't have a pick for the Royal Rumble match yet. I'm debating I know Sheamus would probably be on a lot of people's pick, and he would probably be the obvious guy, but I don't think I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that because it's always not the guy you expect to win it most of the time. Most of the time. So we'll see, and hopefully I'll get a video out on that. I do expect to be more consistent. Like I said, it's gonna be more of a blog type thing, so I'm gonna have videos on random different topics other than not just WWE but sports topics. I'm probably gonna make my NFL picks right after this, so look out for that after this video. So if you liked it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel and hit me up. So yeah, y'all have a nice day. Peace.